Here's the final take on it. The final take is this wasn't better and it wasn't bigger than Hogan. Hogan turning was seismic. Yeah. Hogan turning was something we never thought we would see. In fact, no one was really even calling for it. Like the act was getting a little bit stale in WCW, but no one was calling for it as we have been calling for Cena to do it in so long. I've said on this show, I have found the Cena act to be stale. The guy's almost 50 years old. He's still wearing the same jorts that he was wearing back in 2007. Like the whole thing needed to evolve. The whole gimmick needed to evolve. And so we have been asking and longing for it. Now I'm all in. Now I can't wait. Now I can't wait to see what he says, how he acts, all that stuff and more. The Hogan thing changed an industry. The Hogan thing was a part of the Monday Night War. The Hogan thing helped propel WCW to start beating WWF at the time for 83 straight weeks in the ratings. It changed everything. It led to WWF changing its approach and the Attitude Era and Bret screwed Bret and all this stuff. Hogan thing will never be matched. And that, by saying that, sounds like it's taking something away from what happened on Saturday. It is not. Because what happened on Saturday is the last of its kind. We will never see a heel turn like that in wrestling again. Because right now in wrestling, there's a gray area. People come in and out of character. Everyone who's a star has already been a heel. Everyone who's a heel has already been a babyface. We will never have someone last this long as a babyface. It will never, ever happen again. Mark my words. There will never be someone in wrestling who will be a babyface for 15, 16, 17 years and have this type of impact. So this is the last of its kind. The difference is it doesn't change the industry like Hogan did. And I'm only bringing this up to just explain the two because I understand I was getting it. Actually, I was debating this with Tim Simpson, who's a gigantic wrestling fan. And he was saying that I was crazy for feeling this way. But then my obvious question was, were you around for Hogan? And he wasn't. He's a little bit younger than I am. If you were around for the Hogan thing, you realize that was seismic. That changed the industry. That changed what WWF did. That changed what WCW did. This doesn't change what AEW is doing. And it is an amazing storyline. And now all of a sudden, what felt like a bit of a stale WrestleMania season run, all of a sudden feels even better than last year. And then all of a sudden you start thinking back to the little nuggets dropped back in Philadelphia last year and throughout the year, and it all starts to make sense. And it's incredible theater and it's cinema, and WWE has never, at least in the last few years, I will say, they have never felt so close to the mainstream. Drake is in freaking attendance. Travis Scott, like I said, my kids are more excited about Travis Scott's involvement in this angle than anything else. They think he is the coolest. And I'll be honest, like I'm wondering what's he got to do with it? Like he just kind of showed up, but that's going to keep me watching, and that's going to bring in younger kids who adore him, who are in their teens. It's all brilliant. But if we're going to have the debate, the Hogan one was bigger. The Hogan one was more shocking. This was incredible. This was fun. There is no loser, but if I have to weigh in on one, the Hogan one was bigger. This is unique because it will never happen again.